everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how to do this fun wire wrapped tutorial. It's very easy and it's a fun and quick project. And I'm using 8mm Czech glass beads. These are available at Lima Beads, and some silver spacer beads I had. These are a slightly larger hole spacer bead. I want to say they're probably 2mm in the center. And I'm using a Lobster clasp. And I'm using Beeton Artistic Wire brand twisted wire. This is 22 gauge, so it's thin enough to have all 3 strands go through a spacer bead, but also thick enough to support an 8mm bead. And the fun part of twisted wire is it's a 2-ply wire twisted together for this twisted pattern. So you don't have to actually twist the wire yourself. It comes pre-done. And here's the label if you wanted to buy some for yourself. And again, I'm using 22 gauge. And how we do our project today is you will need 3 strands of this wire. And I cut 10 inches for an 8-inch bracelet. And you want to have a little extra, that way you can wire wrap loops at the end of each side. Here, I'll do a close-up of this bracelet. So you have all 3 loops together, and then we have them wire wrapped all together underneath the loop and on this side. So with this wire, because it is 2 strands of wire wrapped together to form a twist, it does fray a teeny bit on the ends. So when you are working with it, you just want to gently pinch it closed and then feel for any raw edges. And again, just gently press it closed. If you press too hard, the wire will kind of separate. So while it is a fun wire, you also want to be a little bit more gentle with it. And it's not hammered or anything like that. So it's just basic, you know, for wire wrapping a little bit and then just working with it softly. So how I get started again is I've cut 3 strips of 10 inches. And I'm going to grab my round nose pliers, and I'm going to take a couple inches in, or an 1.5 inches. And if you want more space to work with it, cut off 12 inches. You know, you can do whatever you want so you have enough room for looping. So I'm going to go over my round nose pliers and form a loop with them all on the same barrel at the same time. Now, this part's a little tricky. When you pull out your pliers, they'll want to kind of fall apart. These are textured, so the wires kind of want to do their own thing. So I just gently press down with my chain nose pliers here and wire wrap around the base of the loop, like so. And I'm going to cut off this wire a little bit. And I'm going to pinch these closed. And again, you just want to be gentle when you're pinching them closed, so I'm not unwrapping the twisted wires here. And I'll put this back through the center and kind of compress them down together. And then I have my loop with all 3 wires together. I just want to get that one. So next you want to separate out all 3 wires to work with. And I'm going to grab these beads. These are also 8mm melon glass beads. And again, these are from Lima Beads. I'm using these today. And you could also use 6mm stones. Like, you could use whatever size stone you want for this pattern. And I'm going to put one in the center and slide it down to where my loop is, and press the left and right center wires together, and also kind of press them down. I did not mean press them together yet. What I mean is take the left wire and the right wire and form them around your bead, and then press them together underneath to kind of pinch them down a little bit. This holds them in place around the bead, and it'll help you kind of frame them in and hold the bead in place. And so next I'm going to take my spacer bead, and I'm using a silver spacer bead, and I'm thinking it's 2mm here in the center. And I'm going to slide all 3 beads together tired. I mean, all 3 strands together through the bead and slide it up to the top of the one bead here and kind of get it as close as you can to the bead to hold it in place and everything. And this is what your pattern will look like. So next I'm going to separate the wires out again, and using the center wire, I'm going to add another melon bead and let it slide down underneath the spacer bead. And again, take your wires and form them around your 8mm bead in this case, and kind of pinch it down underneath, and grab your spacer bead and put all 3 strands of wire through there and slide it down to meet your bead again. And then again, spread out all the wires, pick the center one, and you want to always have the same wires on the same location. So left always stays right. Oh my God, I can't talk today. The left wire stays on the left and the right wire stays on the right, and the center is in the center like this. Okay, and then we're going to pinch them down again underneath the bead and grab our center bead. So you just want to keep doing this until you've reached your desired length. And as you're going, you can measure around your wrist to decide if it's long enough for you. Let's go on there, little buddy. And slide that one down. So we have 3. Isn't this just such a cute pattern? I love it. So for this one, this is 7.5 inches, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 beads on this one. These are 8mm, and the spacer beads are probably 4, 5mm with the 2mm center. So it gives you an idea of how many beads you'll need for a 7.5 inch bracelet. So this is your pattern. And each time you want to, again, grab your center wire and slide the bead on, and then have the 2 outside wires kind of pinch down around it. Like this. And grab your spacer bead. So I hope everyone's having a great day, and thank you so much for watching my video here on YouTube and for liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Slide that down. Okay, so we have our pattern started. I'm going to wrap this up and then show you how to end the bracelet. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've reached the end of my bracelet, and now I'm going to take all 3 wires and pinch them underneath the last bead and take them together in my hand and kind of smooth them out a little bit, and grab my round nose pliers and center them just above the bead, and take all 3 strands together and loop them over the round nose plier. I'm going to take my pliers here and hold them, and then wrap them around and coil them over the wire. Pinch it down a little bit. I'm going to cut off excess wire here and pinch this closed. And these wires do fray a little bit. So if they're really not doing what you want them to do, you could probably put a little bit I'm thinking maybe you could put a little bit of hypo cement over just the end of the wires. I think I got mine tucked in okay where they're not gonna catch on your skin or anything. But if they're giving you a problem, that might be an idea. But anyways, I'm pinching my wires down. They feel like they're okay. And so I have a loop on each end. I'm gonna go over these one more time with my round nose pliers, kind of firm them up in a loop. And now I'm going to grab some 6mm jump rings and attach a lobster clasp, and then we're done. How easy was that? And you have an amazing bracelet to wear or to give for somebody else for a present. I get my jump rings and lobster clasps at Hobby Lobby. I think they're the best quality I've ever found personally. The metal's amazing, and I haven't had any issues. Okay, so I'm going to take your clasp and connect it to the jump ring. And here you go. You have a finished bracelet. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I love it if you liked and subscribed. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm available on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok. And my website is andriabieberdesign.com. And you can email me anytime or send me a message. Thank you so much and have a great day. And look at how great these are. I love it. Thank you so much. Bye.